Students, now we will be discussing the next concept in matrices, that is how to obtain an inverse of a matrix. So to begin with, we will try to understand the meaning of so to understand what is inverse, we start considering a number 8. So 8, a reciprocal of 8 is 1 by 8. Same idea we apply to a matrix A. So A can be written as 1 by A. We denote the inverse of the matrix as A to the power minus 1. So instead of writing 1 by A, we use the symbol A to the power minus 1 to denote the inverse of the matrix. Next, some similarities. When we multiply a number by its reciprocal now, so 8 into 1 by 8, we are getting 1. That is A into A inverse in case of matrices. That is, when we multiply a matrix by its inverse, we get an identity matrix. So see, there is a correlation. That is, if we multiply a number with its reciprocal, we are getting the multiplicative identity, that is 1, and in case of matrices we are getting the result as identity matrix. So where this I, you all know, if the order of A is 2 cross 2, we consider I equal to 1 0 0 1, and if the order of A is 3 cross 3, we consider I is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. Next, we will define the inverse of a matrix. So a square matrix is said to be the inverse of another square matrix A if and only if A into B is equal to I, which is equal to B into A. That is, the product of A into B should be equal to I. Then the matrix P is said to be the inverse of A, or the matrix A is said to be the inverse of B. So the inverse we already studied, it is denoted by A to the power minus 1. So A inverse in this case is the matrix B. So A into A inverse is equal to I, or A inverse into A is also equal to I. We will try to understand the method of obtaining the inverse of a matrix using elementary transformation. So there are two types of elementary transformations, that is row transformation and column transformations. So we will begin with one of them. So first, row operations. So row operations could be adding two rows or subtracting two rows, or multiplying a scalar to elements of a given row. So the first property is Ri implies Ri plus Rj. So this is addition of two rows, or Ri implies Ri minus Rj. That is, we are subtracting the elements of ith row from jth row. Next, Ri implies Ri plus Krj. So here the K is the scalar. So we are multiplying the elements of Rj with K and adding it to the elements of Ri. Example, consider the matrix 1 2 3 4. So applying the property Ri implies R1 plus R2. So if we apply the property R1 implies R1 plus R2, we are adding the corresponding elements of R1 with R2. That is, we get 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4, and second element with second element, that is 2 plus 4, which will be equal to 6. So now the elements of the row present on the LHS will change. That is, the row in the operation is R1. So elements of R1 will change to R1 plus R2. That is, the new elements will be 4 and 6. So the transformed matrix what we are obtaining is 4, 6, and second row elements will remain as it is, that is 3, 4. So this is how we use the property Ri implies Ri plus Rj. Next, for row operations, we start with an expression A equal to I. So now here there is a particular procedure to obtain the inverse of the matrix. So first step in that is consider A is equal to I into A. So any given matrix is written in the form of A is equal to I. Next, we apply row operations to the LHS, that is whatever row operations we are applying to the matrix A, the same row operations we are applying to the matrix I on the RHS, and the matrix A on the RHS is kept as it is. And the main procedure behind applying row transformation is we need to convert the matrix A into I. Meanwhile, the matrix I gets converted into B and the matrix A in the RHS remains as it is. So we are obtaining the result I is equal to B into A by applying series of row transformations. So by the definition of inverse, we get B is the inverse of matrix A. So once again we will go through the steps for a 2 cross 2 matrix first. So reduce A11 to 1. Next we need to reduce A21 to 0. Third step we need to reduce A22 to 1, and fourth step we need to reduce A12 to 0. So the matrix A will be of the form 1 0 0 1. So this gives the matrix A11 A12 A21 A22 which get reduces to identity matrix 1 0 and 1 0. So we apply a U-shaped pattern to obtain the inverse in case of a 2 cross 2 matrix. So we'll try to understand this using an example. So find the inverse of a matrix using elementary operations. Matrix A is equal to 2 3 5 7. So we are following the U-shaped pattern, that is first we are applying the property on A11, next on A21, next element is A22 and A12. So we are following the U-shaped pattern to apply the inverse of the given matrix. So first write the given matrix in the form of A is equal to I into A. Substitute the values of A, I, and keep the A on the RHS as it is. So first property we need to apply on the first row first element, that is A11. So we will apply the property, that is the A11 must be reduced into 1. So I will apply the property of scalar multiplication. Ri implies Kri. So since we are applying on the first row, I will be equal to 1. So the property will be Ri implies R1 implies R1 upon 2. So the elements of R1 will be changed to the form of R1 upon 2. So see, the first element of R1 is 2. So 2 divided by 2 it will be equal to 1. Similarly second element is 3. So 3 divided by 2 will be equal to 3 by 2. Same property we need to apply to the first row of identity matrix. So 1 upon 2 we get the next element, and next last element 0 we convert it in the form of 0 upon 2 which is equal to 0. So the elements of R1 both on LHS and RHS will get reduced to this form. So the first row elements will be 1, 3 by 2, and for the identity matrix we get the elements 1 by 2, 0 into A. So see, the change is only with respect to the elements of the first row. There is no change in the elements of the second row. So now in the second step we will try to apply the operation on the second row first element, that is 5, and we need to reduce that 5 into 0. So we need to reduce 5 into 0. So we apply the property R2 implies R2 minus 5R1. R2 implies R2 minus 5R1. So again we need to consider the corresponding elements of R2 which are subtracted from 5 times R1. So just in the rough on the side you can write down the property, that is R2 implies 5R1, substitute the terms. So for the first term of R2 it is 5 minus 5 into first term of R1, we get 0. Similarly substitute the second term of R2, that is 7 minus 5 into second term of R1, that is 3 by 2. On simplifying we get minus 1 by 2. Next third term, that is the second row first element of I, 0 minus 5 into 1 by 2, we get minus 5 by 2. Next consider the second elements of R2, we get 1 minus 5 into 0, which is equal to 5. So the elements of R2 are getting transformed into 0, minus 1 by 2, minus 5 by 2 and 1. So again keep the elements of R1 as it is and change the elements of R2. So we get the matrix of the form 1, 3 by 2, 1 by 2, 0. So the elements of R1 are as it is, and the new elements of R2 will be 0, minus 1 by 2, minus 5 by 2 and 1. Next we need to proceed with the second row's second element A22. In this particular example the element is minus 1 by 2 and this element should be converted into 1. So to convert minus 1 by 2 into 1, again we apply the property on R2 and we need to reduce this minus 1 by 2 into 1. So we apply the property R2 implies minus 2 into R2. So we need to multiply each element of R2 with minus 2. So minus 2 into 0, we get 0. Next second element minus 1 by 2 into minus 2, we get 1. Next minus 2 into minus 5 by 2, we get 5, and 1 into minus 2, we get minus 2. So the new elements of R2 will be of the form 0, 1, 5 and minus 2. So we can observe that the three elements of A are already converted in the form of 1, 0, 1. So the next step we need to apply on the first row second element, that is 3 by 2, and 3 by 2 must be converted into 0. So to convert 3 by 2 into 0, we apply the property on the first row. So the element 3 by 2 must be converted into 0. So we apply the property R1 implies R1 minus 3 by 2 R2. So again in the rough you will just substitute the terms and calculate it. So R1 minus 3 by 2 R2, the first element of R1 is 1, minus 3 by 2 into the first element of R2, that is 0. On simplifying we get the element as 1. Next second element of R1 is 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2 into second element of R2, that is 1. We get the answer as 0. Next, similarly, we need to apply the properties on the elements of identity matrix on the RHS. So 1 by 2 is the first element, minus 3 by 2 into 5, we get minus 7. And then the last element, 0 minus 3 by 2 into minus 2, which is equal to 3. So the new elements of R1 are of the form 1 0 minus 7 3. So now you can see that after applying the series of row transformation, the matrix A is converted into an identity matrix, and identity matrix is of the form minus 7 3 5 and minus 2. So this matrix is considered as A inverse, minus 7 3 5 and minus 2. So you can verify it by multiplying the obtained matrix with the matrix A. So if you multiply A into A inverse and the result is equal to identity matrix, then the solution gets verified. So before starting the procedure of 3 cross 3, the student should note that the inverse of a 2 cross 2 matrix can be obtained using column transformation also. So if you are perfect with one of the transformations, it will be easy to simplify. So either you need to be perfect with row transformation or column transformation, because in the question they strictly mention elementary transformation. So you are free to use any one, either row transformation or column transformation. So next we will discuss the procedure for a matrix of order 3 cross 3. So consider the matrix A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So altogether there are 9 elements, and the procedure, we begin by considering the first row first element. So we need to reduce the first row first element into 1 and then use it to reduce the second row first element and third row first element into 0. Next, second, we proceed with the second row second element. We convert second row second element into 1 and use it to convert A12 and A32 into 0. Similarly, for the elements of third column, we reduce A33 into 1 and we convert the elements A13 and A23 into 0. So the new matrix will be obtained in the form of 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1, which is the identity matrix of order 3 cross 3. So we will discuss an example on how to obtain the inverse of a matrix of order 3 cross 3. So consider the example, matrix A equal to 0 1 2 1 2 3 3 1 1. So we need to apply the property on the first row first element, and in the figure over here you can see we are following a W shape pattern. So the first element A11 must be converted into 1. Okay, so to convert it into 1, we are just interchanging the elements of R1 and R2. So we interchange the elements of R1 and R2. So we get the elements of R1 will be 1 2 3 and elements of R2 will be 0 1 2 3 1 1. We apply the same procedure on the elements on the LHS. that is the elements of R1 and R2 are getting interchanged. So the element A11 is reduced into 1. So next we focus on the second row first element, and we can see that the second row first element is already equal to 0, so we need not apply any property over there. Next we proceed to the third row first element, and the third row first element must be converted into 0. We apply the property R3 implies R3 minus 3 R1. So therefore simplify the terms. So R3 first element is 3 minus 3 into first element of R1, that is 1, we get 0. Next second element of R3 minus second element of R1, we get minus 5. Third element of R3 minus third element of R1, we get minus 8. Similarly we apply the procedure on the LHS. The first element of R3 is 0 minus 3 into the first element of R1, that is 0, we get 0. Next second element minus 3 into second element of R1, we get minus 3. And similarly the third element of R3 minus 3 times the third element of R1, we get 1. So after applying this property, we can observe that only the elements of R3 get changed into 0, minus 5, minus 8, 0, minus 3 and 1. The elements of R2 and R1 remain as it is. So next we consider the second row second element, and we can see that the second row second element is already 1. So no need to apply any property over there. Next we proceed with the first row second element and the third row second element. So we will be focusing on first row second element, and we need to reduce A12 into 0. So we apply the property R1 implies R1 minus 2 R2. So the first element of R1 minus 2 into the first element of R2, we get 1. Next second element of R1 minus second element of R2, we get 0. Next third element of R1 minus 2 into third element of R2, we get minus 1. Similarly we apply the property on the LHS, that is first element of R1 minus 2 into first element of R2, we get minus 2. Next second element of R1 minus 2 into second element of R2, we get 1. And third element of R1 minus 2 into third element of R2, we get 0. So the changes are taking place only in the elements of first row, and the elements are 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, 1 and 0. Elements of R2 and R3 remain as it is. So we apply the property on third row. So the property must be applied to convert minus 5 into 0. So the property will be R3 implies R3 plus 5 R2. So substitute the third row first element plus 5 times the second row first element. So on simplifying we get 0 plus 5 into 0, which is equal to 0. Next consider the second element of R3 and second element of R2. So on simplifying again we get 0. Next third element minus 8 plus 5 into third element of R2 is 2. On simplifying we get the result as 2. Similarly apply the properties on all the 3 elements on the LHS, that is 0 plus 5 into 1 we get 5. Next, second element minus 3 plus 5 into second element of R2 0, we get minus 3. And similarly third element, that is minus 1 plus 5 into 0, we get minus 1. So the elements of R3 will be of the form 0 0 2, and on the RHS we get 5 minus 3 and 1 into A. So you can observe the elements of R3 are changed. The elements of R1 and R2 are remaining as it is. Next, we focus on the third row, third element, and we convert it into 1. So the third row, third element is equal to 2. So to reduce it into 1, we apply the property R3 implies 1 by 2 R3. So consider the elements of R3. You multiply each element of R3 with 1 by 2. So you can see 0 into 1 by 2 is 0, 0 into 1 by 2 is 0, and 2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1. Similarly, when you apply the property on the LHS, we get the elements 5 by 2, minus 3 by 2 and 1 by 2. So we have converted A33 into 1. Next, we proceed with the, so we focus on the elements A23 and A13. So first we will consider the element A13, and A13 is minus 1. We need to reduce it into 0. So we apply the property R1 implies R1 plus R3. So the first element of R1 with first element of R3, we get 1. Second element plus second element, that is second element of R1 plus second element of R3, we get 0. Next, third element of R1 plus third element of R3, we get 0. Similarly, by applying the property on the LHS, we get the elements 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So the new elements of R1 will be of the form 1 0 0. Okay, and on the LHS we have 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. The elements of R2 and R3 will remain as it is. Next, last step, we need to convert the element A23 into 0. So to convert the element A23 into 0, we need to apply the property on R2, that is R2 implies R2 minus 2 R3. So R2 minus 2 R3, the first element of R2 is 0, minus 2 times the first element of R3, which is 0, we get 0. Next, second element of R2 is 1, minus 2 into second element of R3, we get 1. Next, third element of R2, 2, minus 2 into third element of R3, that is 1, we get the answer as 0. Similarly, we apply the property on the LHS, that is first element of R2 minus 2 times the first element of R3, which is 5 by 2, we get minus 4. Similarly, second element of R2 minus second element of R3, we get 3, and third element of R2 minus third element of R3, we get minus 1. So on applying the properties, the changes will take place only in the second row elements, and the second row elements will be of the form 0 1 0, minus 4 3 and minus 1. So after applying the operations, we have converted the matrix A into identity matrix, and the matrix I on the RHS is reduced to some particular matrix, and this matrix on the array. So the inverse of the matrix obtained is A inverse is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 1 by 2 minus 4 3 minus 1 5 by 2 minus 3 by 2 and 1 by 2. So in this PPT we have discussed the method of obtaining the inverse of 2 cross 2 and 3 cross 3 matrix. So try to solve another 2-3 examples on 2 cross 2 and one example on 3 cross 3 to be perfect with the procedure. So this concludes the chapter on matrices. We'll meet in the next presentation.